In a recent bombshell interview that had Hollywood buzzing for days, George Clooney, one of the most beloved stars in Tinseltown, dropped a jaw-dropping confession that no one saw coming. With a career spanning decades, a stunning marriage to the human rights lawyer Amal Clooney, and a reputation as the ultimate Hollywood heartthrob, George Clooney's words have always carried weight. But this time, his revelation had even the most seasoned Hollywood insiders shaken. It all began when George sat down for an exclusive, no-holds-barred interview with a major media outlet, discussing everything from his career to fatherhood. But amidst the casual conversation, Clooney made a remark that stopped everyone in their tracks. In a moment of sheer honesty, Clooney revealed something so unexpected, it left fans and fellow stars reeling. Well, Clooney admitted that he almost walked away from acting entirely years ago. Yes, you read that right. George Clooney, who has starred in iconic films like Ocean's 11, Gravity, and The Descendants, almost quit Hollywood for good. He shared that, after years of playing the charming leading man, he started to feel burnt out by the repetitive nature of the roles he was getting. Clooney was questioning his career choices, unsure of whether he wanted to continue with the glitz and glam of Hollywood or pursue something more meaningful and fulfilling outside of the spotlight. "I remember looking at my career and thinking, is this it? Is this the best I can do?" Clooney confessed. "I didn't want to be just another guy on a red carpet. I wanted to do something more, something that would leave a legacy beyond acting." At that point, many believed George was seriously considering stepping away from the industry altogether to focus on his humanitarian work and businesses. He'd already gained attention for his advocacy for refugees, as well as his investments in various global causes. He had achieved fame, fortune, and influence, but it was his deep desire to make a true difference in the world that had begun to overshadow his acting career. But just when it seemed like Clooney's Hollywood chapter might be closing for good, a surprising twist changed everything. As George shared in his interview, it wasn't just the lack of meaningful roles that made him reconsider his exit. It was a chance encounter with a fellow actor that made him realize what he truly loved about his work. "I was at a charity event, and I ran into Brad Pitt. We were talking about life, and I remember Brad telling me, 'Don't throw it all away. You have more to offer than you think.' That's when something clicked. I realized that my love for acting hadn't gone away. I just needed to find the right project that could challenge me again." Clooney's words were a wake-up call, not just for himself, but for everyone in Hollywood. Brad Pitt's advice led George to re-evaluate his position in the industry, reigniting his passion for acting. After that conversation, George Clooney dove back into the world of film with a newfound energy, taking on more diverse roles and projects that pushed his boundaries as an actor and producer. So, what was the first project that brought Clooney back to the spotlight? It was the critically acclaimed The Midnight Sky, a film he directed, produced, and starred in, which became an instant hit with audiences and critics alike. Clooney's performance in this space odyssey was hailed as one of his finest, showing a more vulnerable and complex side to his character than we had ever seen before. The success of The Midnight Sky proved that Clooney's creative spark was far from extinguished, and his confession about nearly quitting only added to his mystique. It wasn't just about the fame or the red carpets, it was about finding fulfillment in the work he did and the stories he could tell. Today, George Clooney is more than just a Hollywood star. He's an activist, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. In recent years, he's focused on raising awareness for causes that matter to him, like global human rights and environmental sustainability. His company, Casamigos Tequila, which he co-founded, became a massive success, proving that Clooney is much more than a pretty face. He's a savvy businessman who knows how to turn passion into profit. His confessions in the interview only added to his ever-growing legacy, and it's clear that George Clooney is now, more than ever, in control of his own destiny. He's finding the balance between his work, family, and activism, and fans have noticed. His relationships with fellow stars like Brad Pitt and his wife Amal continue to captivate the media and the public, adding to his allure as the ultimate Hollywood Renaissance man. George Clooney's stunning admission has also sparked discussions across Hollywood. Many people were surprised to learn that Clooney, the epitome of success, had ever felt so uncertain about his place in the industry. Some insiders even suggested that his honesty is a sign of a deeper shift in Hollywood itself, a movement toward more authentic storytelling and a re-evaluation of what truly matters in the industry. If George Clooney, with all his accolades, fame, and wealth, could feel lost at one point, what does that mean for younger actors coming up? Looking ahead, George Clooney shows no signs of slowing down. With upcoming projects that continue to push the envelope in both his acting and directing roles, there's no doubt that Hollywood will continue to watch his every move. His confession about nearly walking away from it all only makes his return to the big screen even more powerful, reminding us all that it's never too late to change direction, rediscover your passion, and make a lasting impact.